Welcome back to Sunrise. This morning we head to Nashville, Tennessee. We're online with the one and only recording artist Gramps for a check-in on the heels of his performance at the Dominica World Music Festival this past Saturday. We talk about his Grammy consideration for his recent project with Louis York, Have a Little Light, in the category Best Country Duo Group Performance, Best Country Song. Gramps, good morning.
Morning, IT. Morning, Tami.
Hi, Gramps. Oh, Gramps, you're one of my favorite artists, but also one of my favorite people on this planet. It's so good to see you again. You're all the way in Nashville, which is just so crazy to me. I love that.
Yeah, and good vibes.
Yeah,
the mountains.
I know. Last time I saw you, you were just on your way to the Dominica World Music Festival. Tell us about how that went.
Yes.
It went incredible, man. It was Gramps and friends being presented at the Dominica Creole World Music Festival. And I brought my sons, Jamiri and Priel, and more importantly, Dwayne Stevenson and Luciano, the legendary. What I'm trying to do with Gramps and friends is present artists that sometimes we as a society and as an audience sometimes forget. But for sure, we cannot ever forget somebody like Dwayne Stevenson and Luciano. So the people were so receptive to hear Lord Give Me Strength and, From a Little Cottage in the Grill sung by Dwayne Stevenson. So it was a refreshing moment for the people, and people, dubbed it one of the best performances for the entire festival. So for me to present Jamaican music in another country is a blessing. It was incredible.
And speaking about incredible, I know that moment when the Grammy announcement is made, it's going to be incredible. The thing it's going to be incredible, of course. Because,
yes, from your mouth.
On a Friday, we like to have a little light. It's a light day, right, Tami? And the track, Louis York, is called, the project is called Have a Little Light. Talk to us about that Grammy consideration. What's the feeling behind it? The expectation, the fact that...
Well, I had this conversation about 2 years ago with Shaggy, and us as Jamaicans, as you know, people in the Caribbean are talented on more than just the local genre, right? And we have the capability of what you've seen Sean Paul done and what you've seen Damian Marley done in different categories. So with this category with me, being considered for best duo or group performance with Have a Little Light, with Louis York is just, it's ambitious, I would say, because it's not the normal reggae submission to best reggae album or R&B performance. So when I had the conversation with Shaggy, he said, "Well, you're brave, man." It is what it is. I'm not going to take a country influenced song that's predominantly you hear, and you think country, you think pop, you think reggae, and not put it in a category. And I want to take this opportunity, IT and Tami, to tell our Jamaican artists and dancehall artists to submit your albums, because 75 albums in one submission. I was having this conversation with Contractor, my publicist, and said 75 albums is not enough in the category of best reggae album. We need more, because all the other categories are 200 and 300 albums. But a lot of the artists feel like it's this big thing or this hard thing to do, or it's a massive thing. Just go on to the recordingacademy.com or Grammy.com and submit the album, because we need more reggae albums and dancehall albums submitted in the category.
Such a good point to make, and so interesting that you're also in a category that's new to you. I always think of country as a close relative to reggae, the storytelling, the way that it works, and we are lovers of country music here. I know you have lots coming up in the works for you. Maybe a country album, I don't know. What's ahead for you, Gramps?
Well, a lot of people have been saying it. Big up to Christy Barber for a long time. I've been having this conversation for about 25 years. But I love reggae and I love rockers. I'm represent that always. But I think in the pandemic, I had a chance to challenge myself, and we had time to really do things that we never really have done before. So I took the time to say, hey, sit down. Nothing there to be done. Me have egg, me have flour, me have toilet paper. Why don't I try to work on this dream? And out of that came the song People Like You. Not because of, okay, let's do a song that we're trying to do, a country song, but it was people that weren't being recognized in the time of the pandemic, people that were still in the airports, people that were still on television, the flight attendants, the pilots, the hospitals. And we were just giving those people their flowers at the time and just considering, say, you know, out of this situation, we must uplift one another. And also at the time, Bobby Digital had passed away, and my uncle, I was attending the funeral when I recorded the song online. And it just, you can feel the emotions in the song. And in that time, a lot of people can relate to it. Even till this day, the song is still growing.
Yeah, powerful song.
Awesome, amazing.
Yeah, you know, sorry to cut you. I'm so, every time I meet artists who stand the test of time in this industry, because it is truly a test of time, and not everybody gets to enjoy a long-standing career. And you've done it. You've done it with your family. You've done it as a solo artist. You've done it being a family man, a father. How do you maintain that longevity as an artist? And what would you say to other artists about trotting that road with all the integrity and respect that you have?
A good question, Tami. I think it is a point of loving country, loving your genre, and wanting to be the best at what you do. When I think of Jamaican excellence, I think of the great Miss Lou, I think of the great Bob Marley, the Peter Tosh, the people that have left the airport and passed by Harbour View with the intention to represent them country at the finest. You think about the Shaggies, you think about the Buju Bantans, the people that has done it at the highest level. And you study those people, you study their work ethic. A lot of times, what has happened in the music industry today, people is now recording songs inside of vehicles now, in a car, in a hotel bathroom. And of course, the technology is there, but it has to be at a certain level. And even me, after 25, 30 years in the business, in the pandemic, Tami, I've learned the difference in recording on a $25,000 microphone as to recording on a $4,000 or a $2,000 microphone consistently, not for one song. And I must give credit to Johnny Reed and you know, the Soul Train Studios in Berry Hill, Nashville, Tennessee, that every day in the pandemic, they were like, here's your ginger tea, here's your lyric sheet, here's the microphone, here's your vocal chain, and it was consistent every day. So I'm grateful for that, because even me, I'm still learning, but striving to represent our genre at the highest level, being amongst pop artists. Tami, you can relate to that, walking into offices, walking into some of the best studios in Los Angeles, and knowing that I want to represent a Jamaican brand that can be competitive worldwide. And we have those artists in Jamaica. And for me, in this time of where we see the music going, I would love to share that and show artists how it's supposed to be done. And a lot of artists is now in a mentorship phase of their career. You've seen what Shaggy did with Spice with the last dancehall album that she did. But I think that needs to be done more, because the knowledge is something you can't walk in at the store and buy. We have to pass it on. Hence, I'm working with my son, Jamiri, Brielle, working with Louis York, and I'm still learning.
I love that.
You're modest, and let me just highlight the fact that you're modest, because the truth is, you own easily one of the best voices in reggae music. I've heard your brothers and sisters and so many persons talk about it all the time, and you omitted to highlight that in your modesty a while ago. And it's easily a part of your longevity and a part of your success.
And I don't care if it's a $25,000 mic or $4,000, you sound like $1 million.
But I have a few rapid fire questions for you before you leave, Gramps Morgan. Are you ready for the rapid fire questions?
Yes, man, rapid it.
All right. Favorite song that you have done?
Probably, so far, People Like You.
All right, I have a good one. Ackee and saltfish or cook up mackerel?
Ackee and saltfish.
All right.
Favorite Marcia Griffith song?
Electric Boogie.
Easy. Love that.
Beach or river?
Beach.
All right, ready now? USA or Jamaica?
Jamaica.
Always and forever. Gramps, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today and imparting your wisdom on us, and encouraging us all to have a little light as we go along our days. So thank you, my friend. I appreciate you so much, and we're looking forward to so much more.
And Gramps, I'll call you here, come and do a show tomorrow. I'm going to borrow your voice, yeah? I'll call you.
No problem.
All right, our guest has been Gramps Morgan, recording artist. When we return, we'll keep things flowing and talk about the importance of water conservation. Very important. Stay with us. I love Gramps.